Perfect. Okay, so today is Thursday, November 3rd, 2022. And today we are talking about how to keep negative energy away. And I want to thank Crystal Fuse for hosting these calls for me. My name is Lizel Zeger. I am a mindset coach, author, speaker, and I live in Hawaii. And I'm here to just give you guys value, just free information to help you integrate information that you're reading online and to give you a space and an opportunity to really apply all of this stuff into your life. And today I was super inspired because I had a coaching call like first thing in the morning and with my coach, Mark. And he is, all about sales. He's all about marketing. He's all about business. He's really all about how to bring somebody into state. And what that is how to guide somebody out of fear, out of worry, out of anxiety, out of depression, out of feeling upset into a higher space, into a more aligned space of joy and openness and possibility and really like presence. And that's what I want to do. And that's what I want to help you guys with today. I know that the life is crazy. The world is crazy. There's so much happening right now. And who can we depend on? Like no one's for sure, right? So why not take your power and put it here, bring it back to you so that you have yourself to depend on no matter what is happening in the world. Okay. So today we are going to begin with just a short meditation. It's going to be a little bit different than what I've been doing recently, but this is inspired from Mark's call this morning. And so what I will ask you guys to do, whether you're here live or listening to the replay, just go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to think of a moment in your past or recent past where you felt joy, where you felt so amazing, like, oh my gosh, how is this happening? This is so great. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. Just go to that moment and breathe in that feeling. Breathe it in. And remember what you were feeling, the emotions, maybe any textures you were feeling, the colors you were seeing, maybe the taste in your mouth in that moment, any smells, any sounds, and just immerse yourself. Just drop into that moment. Yeah. Okay. Now, staying in that moment, tune into the color. There was a color attached to that feeling. So see that color, and it could be a blend of colors. It could be a mix of two colors. It could be a single color. But take note of what that color is. And imagine a bright ball of that color, your color, just floating above your head right now. And notice what it does to your body. Feel that, and now let that ball open up and let it pour that color all over you. Just let it paint your entire body from head to toe, that entire color that is yours. And now go ahead and try to turn it off and turn it on. And observe what's happening right now. Okay, now thank yourself for bringing yourself into that state. Take one last breath into that moment. Breathe in through your nose. And release it out your mouth. When you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. And come back to this moment. Kind of bringing that past joy, that past success, whatever it is that you experienced, just bring it here to the present. And if you're here or on the replay, go ahead and type in the chat or in the comments what you noticed. What did you experience? Feel free to share the color that you saw or how you were feeling in your body. And also, if you want, just share what you're experiencing now in this moment and how it's different from right before we did that meditation, that visualization, if you will. Because one of the most powerful things we have is access to our mind. We are the creators. God and the universe is our other creator. And together, we use our brain as a tool to create our reality. Our minds are so, so, so powerful, which is why it's so important for us to understand the mind and understand how the mind actually works so that we can use it. It's when we don't fully understand something that we could get caught up in it. It could bite us in the butt. It could catch us at a moment and totally catch us off guard. So I highly, highly, highly recommend that if you are on the journey of healing your body, healing your finances, healing your relationships, or healing your life, go ahead and take a moment or a day and start exploring how the mind actually works, because it is a beautiful organ and it is alive. And today I'm going to show you just how that works. Okay, I'm seeing some comments here saying yellow and violet. The body feels like it's radiating like the sun. That's awesome. Yeah, when I did that, I saw yellow and orange, and I too was also radiating like the sun. It was like this light just emanating from within and out, just out to the world. And that, like, this feeling, you guys, is something that nobody can take away from you. Nobody can. You created it. You can share it, and nobody can take that away. Okay, so remember that, and give yourself permission to go to that space whenever times get tough and life gets hard, and that person is just being so difficult and this moment is just unbearable. Just go there. This is different from denial. This is different from pushing away. This is simply setting boundaries for yourself so that you can actually be present versus reacting, okay? Because negative energy is toxic. And when you have the ability to bring yourself into state, there is nothing and nobody can touch you, because even when something bad is happening, that bad thing will still be happening after you're present, and you can then respond versus react. So tip number one, you guys, for how to keep negative energy away is learn how to bring that positive energy into your body and hold it, okay? That is a skill that most people don't have. And we just went through one way to do that. It's simply using your mind, the tool, the magic tool that you have, and accessing a past memory of joy, of inspiration, and bringing it into your body in the present so that you can then serve whoever you're around, serve yourself, and be of service to the world. Okay, so that's number one. Woo! Yeah, here we go. Number two. A lot of people are having difficulties communicating. And I think a big part of that was the pandemic, where people were forced to believe certain things and people got all these judgments and people got very defensive. But in order to create more peace in our lives, we have to be okay with the war. In order to be in order to embody the oneness, we have to be okay with separation. So if there's something in you that is opposing, separation and fights and stuff, like, it's time to turn that around and look at what are the benefits of the separation? What are the benefits of the opposing views? What are the benefits of this person believing this thing and not wanting to see my side? There are many benefits. And one of them is that it gives you an opportunity to voice your opinion, to speak your truth, and then to live it, regardless of whatever anybody else is saying. So perspective is important. Perspective is huge. And perspective is actually what my tattoo says here in Thai. Okay, it says Mumong, which means perspective. I was in Thailand, and this is actually, oh my God, this is like 10 years ago when I turned 30. And it's all about perspective. So what can we be grateful for about this opposition? Oh, I know that's hard. You don't want to think about it, but what is something you can be grateful for about this challenge, about this issue? What are the lessons? This is the work, guys. What can I gain from this? Okay. For those of you who work out, go to the gym and, work on your muscles and all of that stuff. What are you actually doing? You're breaking your muscle fibers. You're breaking them. You're literally ripping them apart. Why? So that they can build up and be bigger and thicker and stronger and have all of that scar tissue like inside the muscle that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. So in order to grow, we have to break. So this works with beliefs. This works with expectations. This works with muscles. Okay. So if there is someone that is being so challenging and you want to just punch them in the face, go the opposite way, break that and look at, okay, they're being challenging. What can I gain from this challenge? Oh, I can see where they're coming from. Okay. I could agree to disagree with them, right? I can start speaking my truth instead of wanting to say stuff or do stuff. I can thank them for sharing. I don't have to take their advice, right? But these are just things that you can do that may be different from wanting to just be angry, right? And be resentful and stuff. So step number 2 is have a new perspective. Okay, flip it around and look at what can I be grateful for about this? And doing that, you will change relationships. You will change your state. You will change probably the trajectory of your life, especially if this person is somebody close to you, like a significant other or a parent or a kid or a business partner. Okay. The more that we can be open, the more that we see, and the more that we can change and actually become the bigger and the better person, the higher version of ourselves. Yes. Okay. So the first one, again, so 3 tips to keep negative energy away is to really use your brain to bring your state up. Okay. Comes from within. Number 2, also shifting your perspective, let it sit on your shoulder like a butterfly, just being there. And know that there's 2 sides. Okay. So again, using your mind, like mindset is everything. Knowing that the world is not static, but it's always changing. Know that you are always changing too. You don't have to stay the same. You don't have to be that person that you were a week ago, a month ago, a year ago. You have the ability to change and transform. And actually we could do it in a moment. And I just showed you how to do that. So go ahead, and play with that. And then number 3, this one's really, really huge. This one is something that I found very helpful, and every other person that I talk to has found this helpful. And that really big tip, number 3, is to have somebody to talk to in a judgment-free space. Have somebody that you can talk to in a judgment-free space. So a lot of times that's not your spouse, that's not your significant other, but sometimes it is. It's best to have somebody who has no resentment, no like bad energy, no expectations on you, but somebody who is clear, who is out of your, deep inside, circle, but somebody that you can trust to not say anything and to not judge you and to actually see you for who you are and where you are and to hold you in that space so that you can actually like sift through the emotions and the weirdness in your head and that trickster, that little voice in your amygdala that tells you that you're not good enough and who do you think you are and you're crazy for thinking of doing that and why would you ever do that? That makes no sense, right? The one that basically goes against your heart and what your heart wants to do. Okay, so having someone to actually let that one talk and be seen so that you can release it, that's huge. And that's what I do as a coach. That's what I do as a mentor. I love it. I love watching people transform because When you give yourself space, you open up. And that's what today is all about. It's all about releasing the negative energy and opening up space in your, your aura, in your energetic field for the positive or the good energy to come up through and then actually radiate out. Because what happens if we don't do that, it gets stuck in our body. And a lot of times it gets stuck in organs or body parts. That's where people experience disease or cancers or injuries, okay? Because our bodies are living things and they give us messages. So if you're not clearing yourself, then you're literally piling on the crap and burying yourself under negativity. And when people get here, that's usually when they're like, how do I get out of here? How do I do this? How do I get out of here? Well, it begins by being okay to have it there. Remember, no resistance against the negative, but being okay with the pile of crap and then saying, okay, well, that's there. What's the gratitude? What's the benefit of this? Oh, I get to use my muscles. I get to work my tools and myself to strengthen my muscles and become more resilient so that I can then climb out of here using my energy to help myself raise myself up, lift up. In that process, you create a new perspective. You can actually see how awesome you are and that you can do it. And then if you need somebody to talk you through that process, go talk to them, especially if they're not under the pile of crap with you. Because if that person is under the pile of crap with you, it's just going to be an argument trying to get out. Okay. So I hope you guys found today helpful. Again, it's using your mind as a tool. Okay. Don't let it be the enemy. There is an enemy that lives inside. It's the amygdala, but you are the creator. God and the universe are the other creator. Together, you use your tool to create your reality. Give yourself more credit. Okay. You can do this. You've already done it. Do it again. Okay. Number 2, have a new perspective. See the other side. Remember that there are 2 sides to everything. No matter how emotionally intense that moment is, there's another side. And if it is intense, again, go to that moment of joy and inspiration and all the fun colors and that taste and the smell and and bring that version of you to the moment and watch how more impactful your response will be to that situation. And then number 3, talk to somebody who judgment-free, has no resentment or expectations towards you, can see you for who you are, can see where you're at, and can openly and safely give you some steps to get out of that, to move forward and never have to be in that old toxic cycle again. Okay. So I want to let you guys know that if you are interested in having a coaching session, DM me on Instagram. I do have time in my schedule and I love doing this. I love hosting breakout sessions and helping that person just break through whatever it is that's going on, because I know times are tough and people are crazy and the world is so uncertain right now. And the best thing that we can do is really create that certainty from within. So I hope you guys got something out of today. And I hope that you can also teach this, at least teach one item to somebody within 24 hours. This is how we can ground our learnings. And this is how we can, start changing our lives by teaching what we're learning. This is what I just did. Okay. I learned this morning at 6 a.m. Now I'm teaching it at 1 p.m. and I'm giving you the opportunity to pass it forward, pay it forward, and share something that you learned today. So I want to thank you guys for joining. I will see you on Instagram. My handle is @howtomanifest. No underscore, no special characters, no repeating letters. It is just me there. And I cannot wait to see you again next week. We're just going to continue this manifestation series hosted by Crystal Fuse. And I'm so, so grateful for all of you. Thank you for shining your light and for continuing to show up for yourselves so that you can serve not only yourself and your community, but the world at large. Thank you for joining. I'll see you next week. Bye.